Namaskar, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to be on this first Transform Goa program on In Goa channel. And with me, I have a very exciting friend actually of ours, Mr. John Disa, which I would like to welcome you to the studios for this wonderful discussion.
Thank you, Arman.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I must also say one more thing, that Transform Goa is a name which has been actually coined by John. But today we are so excited about the whole name and what it can conjure up that we have named our program itself Transform Goa. Because at the end of the day, everyone talks of saving Goa. Everyone talks about doing all the things for saving Goa. We've been hearing this for so many years. But can you save Goa? Has Goa been saved? Goa is going further and further into the pit. And the only way that Goa can be saved is if you transform our way of thinking. And that is why we are here to discuss with John as to what he has got in mind about his whole concept of Transform Goa. So I would leave the stage open to John to say what he's got to say. What's your philosophy of Transform Goa?
Goa needs to be transformed. And as I and most of the Goans believe it, the transformation has already been started by various activists, NGOs for many years now. We are just a formal group and it's a formal NGO. We have launched this group today named Transform Goa. We have taken today the day as the day 2nd of April because we remember T.B. Cunha, Tristam Bragança Cunha. T.B. Cunha was the one who started the revolution against the Portuguese. He was the Goan. He put Goan nationalization views among the Goans. And T.B. Cunha, I believe, was instrumental in bringing Ram Manohar Lohia to
Amazing,
Goa.
amazing that he was never, he's recognized, of course. T.B. Cunha is a very famous name. But has he really been recognized the way he should have been?
I know it, and I think all the Goan know it. I believe there's only one road and a hall mentioned after him. But he is the one who did put the seed of revolution against the Portuguese. And we have picked up that day today because Goa needs to be revolutionized. Goa needs to be transformed.
So what do you have in mind? I mean, your group, what do you intend to do? Well, eventually you require action on ground. We want something to happen on ground. I know that you have got lots of plans. I've talked to you in the past, but can you spell it out for the sake of our viewers?
We have many programs. I would like to recognize the people who have been transforming Goa. For example, Matani Saldana. He started this Zuari Agro Upasnagar process, I believe, in the 60s, late 60s or 70s. After that, the mining issues. Now what burning issues like the coal, no coal issue, stop coal issue, river nationalization issue. This is where the people are working in every pocket.
So who do you think are the other people you just talked about honoring Goans? In fact, I do believe that you're thinking of honoring grassroots Goans. So who do you have in mind? Who are the heroes that you have in mind? Because at the end of the day, most Goans are doing a thankless job and they need to be recognized. So hats off to you for having taken this up. But what do you have in mind and who do you have in mind?
Well, our first project, or rather the third project, I will spell out the first and second first later. The third project on 30th of May this year, we are going to have an award night and we are going to recognize people who are working at the grassroots levels. I'm taking some names randomly. Abhijit Prabhudesai, Goinso Shetkaranso Ekwot, Judith Almeida, Dr. Kerkar, Kashinath Shetye. These are the people who are transforming Goa. We want all of them to unite together and transform Goa. Now, T.B. Cunha's objective was to liberate, have freedom for Goans. But as we understand, and the people of Goa say, are we really liberated? आमी कोंकणी भाशेन म्हणटात कायलींतलो वचोन उजेम पडलो. Goa was invaded, India took over, and now for 58 years आमी कायलींतले वचोन उज्यांत पडल्यात. From the frying pan
into the fire.
To the fire. That is what Goans say.
And on that point, I would request readers that we're taking a small commercial break, and we'll be back in a jiffy. Thank you. John, I would like to ask you specifically, because at the end of the day, we are here to honor people. We want to raise the whole spirit of Goa. You know, there's such a deadened spirit. People are so desperate today. You go on every street corner, every cafe, everyone is so despondent and depressed. Now, lifting a Goan by praising that Goan, it will go a long way in changing this whole air itself. So, can you give me directly a few names we can speak about?
Manoj Parab, I believe. He has a group called Revolutionary Goans, and he's doing a great job. He's fighting for the jobs for locals, jobs in industrial states, industrial units in Goa. I advertised out of Goa. Jobs in Goa shipyard are advertised out of.
What about Judith Almeida?
Judith Almeida, Claude Alvarez, great job, great man. Was it not for Claude Alvarez and Norma Alvarez, Goa would have been finished.
So we look forward to big changes from you, and let's have a program. Let's see whether we can bring some of the names here into the studio as well. But since we are always running short of time, I'd like to ask you the next question on mining. What's your stance on mining? There seems to be a trend to challenge even Supreme Court orders. As you can see, you know, various MLAs have gone on the streets trying to disrupt the mining ban. They've gone to Delhi, and fortunately Delhi has told them, you know, it's time you go back home. But what's your stance on that, and how do you expect to bring about that change in terms of what's happened in the mining situation?
I am for mining. Transform Goa is for mining, but sustainable mining. Not 50 million tons a year. Possibly just to sustain the mining dependence, 5 million, 10 million, whatever the capacity the Supreme Court has given. And on that note, I would also stress that already mining, illegal mining, all the companies who have looted have already, in Orissa for example, the government has already started recovering. They have a tabulation how much ore you have cheated or how much illegally you have extracted.
Are you aware that in a place like Goa, you know, it's surprising data that has come out of our studios, that most of the youngsters in the youth bracket are against mining, resumption of mining, which is, in my opinion, something which is fantastic. So what is the alternative for that? What can be done? Claude Alvarez talks of water harvesting. He talks about millions of liters of water, with water costing that much more than ore today. So what have you got in mind for that?
Claude Alvarez may be having the water harvesting, water selling, but will we be able to cover all the mining dependents? That is what we have to see. And if we form a mining corporation and we can take these people into confidence, take the stakeholders into confidence, and start a mining corporation. The government of Goa has to work on it, and the mining corporation itself can, it should not be a EDC, another thing. It should, and the people working, heading the mining corporation should be a professionals. Okay. And give the leases, like now the leases are with certain 120, 114 mine owners. Give on a production sharing or profit sharing basis to individuals. I'm for no auction. Jindal has already said it should be auctioned. So there are eagles or geeth in Konkani we say, waiting to pounce on governments.
Vultures. It's not eagles, vultures.
Vultures. Yeah. Pounce on the auction and take it. We have to be careful. We have to sit together with the mining stakeholders and form the corporation.
Actually, it's quite obvious that the state of Goa is not happy with what the government is up to. Unfortunately, there are no alternatives. But how would you bring this energy and, pressure the government into doing things with the Goans want to do. And that's exactly what we expect of you. What type of support do you have on ground?
In particular for mining, all the mining areas were farming dependents. They were depending on farming, but the mining has stopped their water supplies. Mining, the areas of mining and the people in those areas can be trained into organic farming. Goa per se is short of milk, short of vegetables, short of fruits, and we are also not producing enough paddy. So the agriculture department and the government can come out with schemes which can alleviate the dependence of mining and turn the...
Sadly, John, sadly, I think you both of us know one thing, that for all that we speak, there is a large migration which is going out especially into London and to Swindon. What are you going to do about that? They're not even earning big bucks there. Some of them may be earning big bucks. They're hardly earning bucks there. Is there a way that you can bring them back and encourage them into some entrepreneurial activity where they can make money and be happy here in Goa? And at the same time, then you have the workforce that you are talking of.
We'll have to come with attractive schemes for such people. Now, per se, every Goan, whoever is entitled, would take a passport and leave the Goan shores. Many reasons for that, because government does not support. There are no government jobs. There are no government schemes. And even if there is jobs, possibly the money is not right. And there may be other reasons for the people to leave.
Can you spell out the other reasons?
Family. The family is back there and they want to join the family. But definitely at the end of the day, those people, it helps the economy coming back.
Could it be that the corruption in jobs is one of the main reasons why people are not hanging around in Goa?
Let me not get into it. We know that each and every job is almost sold for a price, for the highest.
And sold basically to Goans and not to non-Goans.
Since you say Goans, I'd like to share an incident where I was traveling on a Kadamba bus.
I'll just break you here. There's such a lot of interesting stuff that you're saying. We'll take a short commercial break and get back to you soon. Welcome back once again, and we are back to our discussion with John Disa, the convener of Transform Goa, and we're running short of time, but yes, let's get through a bullet exercise and make this happen, John.
I would like to share an incident about, I was traveling by Kadamba and I saw the person's badge, the conductor's badge, and it doesn't seem to a Goan family name, and I asked him and he was a non-Goan. And just about 3-4 weeks ago, I read on the newspaper that a Nepali is given a government job. So at this state, I don't think those are all sold. As for me, possibly they are sold.
Is your group ready to put a memorandum to the government? It's very important. Are you ready to do that?
We will put, and we have many issues to put we have many issues and we'll put the memorandum. I'd like to highlight here that we are coming out with a website, and our name of our website is www.transformgoa.org and .ngo. Our immediate programs, as I said, are first naming a flag competition for Transform Goa. That will be going out.
Are you talking of a flag for Goa?
No, we are talking about the flag for Transform Goa. And second program is we are having a Mankurad festival, Mankurad Mango Festival and competition, where all the Mankurad tree owners in Goa will have to bring their mangoes and sell, and we'll pick up some mangoes and select the best Mankurad mango. Because I believe Mankurad is the best mango in the world, and we, Transform Goa, want to take Mankurad to the world.
And the third thing that you were talking about was to to elevate our Goans who are working at various levels?
Yes. The third thing, we will be on 30th of May, we'll be awarding certain people. We'll be taking, we'll give a prize for environment in the name of Matani Saldana, another prize in the name of Father Bismarck, and so on and so forth. Whoever has worked, icons of Goa.
But what is Goenkar Pond in all this? We talked so much about Goenkar Pond. At the end of the day, from what you are saying, it's actually the whole thing is really at the foundation of Goenkar Pond. So what is your view on this?
Goenkar Pond and Goenkar Pond. Today, after 60 years of, almost 60 years of independence or liberation, Herald came out with an article about 2 weeks ago, and they compared the number of voters in about 10 constituencies, and it was almost equal Goans, migrants. So Transform Goa want to stop this. We want to stop giving ration cards to new migrants. We are not talking about we'll tackle the existing ones later. We don't want to.
Yes, because existing migrants, so many of them are great lovers of Goa.
Yes,
you can't throw them out.
Yes, and they have.
And I hope you don't have that in mind.
We don't have that in mind. So going forward, our objective: do not issue ration cards, do not issue voting cards for new migrants. And coming back also about sale of land, we want to stop sale of land to foreigners, to outsiders, non-Goans. Come out with a resolution, legislation to stop the land to non-Goans.
And maybe even possibly tax the current owners more than one apartment per person, something on those lines?
We can also think out of the box, and if you are a non-Goan, buy the land, but you can only construct a house. You cannot do business. You cannot buy land, make flats and sell. You come, love Goa, stay here. And also, if we are selling the land, 25% tax to these non-Goans on sale of, in addition to the sale and registration tax.
Okay. Another very important issue which is basically bedeviling Goa all the time, it's been one of my favorite topics as well, is the casino menace. I would like to say my viewpoint, I'm personally completely against casinos. It has brought so much of evil into Goa. Evil may not be the correct word, but it has brought a lot of negatives into Goa. What is your viewpoint? What does Transform Goa have to say about it?
It's not only Transform Goa. All Goans, each and every Goan do not want casinos. Parikar has gone on record and he kept the casino revenue on the side. It's ill wealth. It is ill wealth. Casinos is not for Goa. Goa is known for its beaches, its food, its heritage. Goa is known for its Mardol, Mangeshi, the temples, famous temples, Kuldev, for old Goa. And now we have St. Joseph Vaz. We want family tourists. We don't want the rowdy tourists to come and spoil Goa.
Yes, yes, you are absolutely right on that. And coming back to so many interlinked stuff like a smart city concept. Smart cities they have been talking of across the country. I did hear some murmurs in your conversation with a couple of friends about a smart village concept. So can you elaborate that as your last point on this interview?
I'll just add, according to in addition to the casinos, massage parlors. Massage parlors is a den for prostitution. Close all the massage parlors. Smart cities, Goa is already a smart city in itself. Goa, each Goan village, for the record, each village is self-sufficient with water, with fields which can grow paddy, vegetables, and each village has a lake to support that. Goa is, and with the Komlidats, it was happening in the past, but the governments in power the last 30-40 years have failed Goans.
So are you saying that smart village should in fact supersede even a smart city concept?
It should. All the Komlidats have to be protected, and the old concept of communal land, communal living together, it is there.
Is maintained. Yes.
Is maintained. Yes.
John, we could speak to you for hours on end. There's such a lot of beautiful ideas that have come out from you, but we are running short of time. And we hope that we have you back in the studio. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this lovely discussion with John. Very dynamic Goan, has got a lot of people behind him and backing him. We will definitely hear more from him. And through Transform Goa as a program on In Goa channel, we will be having so many other discussions with various people. There are thousands of people who are thinking of transforming Goa in their own simple way. And we intend to bring them to the fore, because at the end of the day, we need a down-to-top approach rather than from top to down, which has been an absolute failure till now. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and I take your leave, and thank you for watching and being with us. Namaskar.